Okay, everyone. So welcome. So I've been thinking a lot about this idea of the the yoga being more than the physical practice. And I did a little post this morning on Instagram, and um, I think when we say that, what we're really trying to get to is that um, everything physical is more than physical, and anything that we do is spiritual if we intend it to be. So I don't see like the physical practice as any different than my meditation practice or my ritual practice or my prayer practice. It's all part of this intention that I'm holding in my own being to fall in love with life in all of its forms. So I think when we think about like yoga being more than the physical practice, in a certain way, it kind of excludes everything else from our spiritual practices. And I understand like why we say that, because we yoga is a way to kind of open the door to that deeper awareness of our lives. But really what the whole point is to start to recognize that everything in life is made of the same material. There's nothing that's not spiritual, nothing in your life. Everything that you do is part of your practice. Um, and I think it's so important for us to translate it that way, to take what we learn on the mat here and then say, oh, just, my physical body is full of this. It's connected to everything, right? It's like when I connect in, I feel connected to the universe. And so, oh, even when I'm on my mat, I'm connected. But even when I stop being on my mat, I'm still connected. We're not ever disconnected from the universe. We're always a part of that bigger thing. And so when we get into this sort of like deep physical practices, like I love to go like deep into the physical work of the practice. That is also spiritual. There's nothing in the universe that's not part of it. So the only thing that we like to do is like it's just remember that. We just have to remind ourselves again and again and again. And every time we remind ourselves, then that's it. We're doing it. We're doing the practice. So um, so welcome. And I'm glad that we're all here. 2 blocks and a strap, and we're going to use the wall for some handstand work today. Okay. So we'll start. You can sit. I'm going to kneel. So sit cross-legged or kneeling, whatever feels good for you. And close your eyes. Take your left hand on your heart. Touch your right hand to the earth. This is one of the mudras of the Buddha. It's called Bhumi Sparsha Mudra. It's the mudra of honoring the earth as the witness. It's remembering our connection. And so take this moment to remember your intention for waking up to the interconnectedness of life, to knowing yourself as a spiritual being, which just means that there are things that we cannot see that are also real. And you hold an intention in your heart to continue to wake up to life, to fall in love with it more fully. And our lives are our offering. Okay, and then release your hands, excuse me, and softly open your eyes. So let's come to our hands and knees, and I want you to turn your fingers back So they're pointing towards your knees. And just circle around a little bit. And just move around, waking up your hands, your fingers, the forearms. Go the other way. Come back to center and lean back, hips to heels, and spread the fingers and widen them and open them. Good. And then release and just gently shake them out. Okay, and then come onto your hands and knees, fingers pointing forward now, and then curl your toes and lift your hips, down dog. And just stay here for a few breaths, just kind of waking up the back of your body, the front of your body, connecting into your breath. Walk your feet to your hands. You can have your legs wider than your hips to start. Inhale, come up halfway. And then exhale, fold, crown of the head towards the floor. Press down, rise up. And exhale, lower your hands down to your sides. Okay, so let's open the legs wide and just spin your arms from side to side. You can lift the opposite heel, waking up your spine from the bottom to the top. Releasing any tension from your shoulders and your arms. And you're waking up your core as well. Okay, good. And then come back to center. Now feet a little closer together. Inhale, lift your arms up and over your head. And then exhale, bend your knees. And exhale, sweep your arms back. And then inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, out the mouth. Inhale and exhale. A few more. Good. And then come up, reach your arms up and over your head. And now bring the palms together, interlock your fingers and push the hands to the sky. And you can kind of wiggle through the ribs a little bit, reach down through the feet, lift up through the hands, even lift the shoulders up, lift up through the crown of your head so you get really spacious. Okay, and then take that down and opposite index finger in front this time, hands forward and up. Push down and reach, create space in your joints. Spread your thumbs too. Good, and then release that. Now take the arms out to the sides and turn the palms back and then turn the palms up and back. And so you're just going to rotate the arms a few times. So you turn the thumbs down and then the pinkies up and then the thumbs. So you're just rotating the humerus bone in the shoulder socket. And I want you to really lift up underneath the armpits. So almost like it's like you're shrugging your shoulders a little bit. So you get spacious underneath the armpits and then lengthen the neck. Okay, good. And then release that. Shake out your hands. Come back to the front of your mat. Standing tall, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up and over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank, walk back. Lower the knees. Do 5 push-ups. Push back up to your hands and knees and then go back to downward facing dog. And breathe here. Grip the mat with your fingers, all 10 of your fingers, and press down into the index finger knuckle, especially. And then hug your forearms towards each other. Take your upper arms more towards the front of your mat so your armpits are kind of lifting. And then widen your collarbones. Good. And then bend your knees, look forward, walk or hop your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Crown of the head towards the floor. Press down, inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower your hands down to your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank. Okay, lower your knees to the floor. Grip the ground with your fingers. And then we'll do 5 elbow push-ups. So you're going to take the elbows down and then up, down, and up. Nice. Down dog. And breathe here. Grip the floor with your fingers. So the center of the palm, there's a little bit of an arch there. Lift that more. Lift your armpits a little bit more. Make the arch in the armpits deeper, higher. Now expand breath through your whole body. Bend your knees, look forward, walk or hop your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. Press down, rise up, and then exhale, lower your hands down to your sides. Okay, open your legs wide, turn the right toes out, left toes in a little bit. Bend your right knee. So I love all these standing poses because they really help to warm up the legs and the hips. Okay, so we're going to do that shoulder rotation again. Okay, so as you breathe, I want you to move the arms in the shoulder socket. And you don't need to force it. And the hands are, energized, but make sure you're not creating like rigidity anywhere in the pose. And if you feel any crunching or hear any crunching, make little adjustments and see if you can move without the crunching. What do you need to do to relieve that? Keep breathing. Okay, good. And then come up. Let's do the other side. So arms out and turn. So for me, like if I lower my hands down a little bit, the crunching stops. Okay, good. And then come up. Now change sides, bend your right knee, bring your forearm to your thigh, palm face up, take the left arm over the ear, and then bring it forward and down. And now make circles with that arm. Connect to the core of your pelvis and initiate the movement from there. So it's not just your arm moving, it's the core moving the arm. Okay, and then come up and change sides. So you're going to keep breathing the whole time. Circle from your core, from the very core of your pelvis. Okay, and then release that. Now stand up and then arms out to the sides, bend both the knees, and then hop in. Feet together. Excuse me. You're going to clasp your elbows, bend your knees, lift your arms up and over your head. Good. Keep breathing here. Lean back into your heels more, and then side bend and go the other way. And you can gently pull the hands against the elbows. So you're widening, and focus the side bend more like in the upper rib cage. So you're really opening up underneath the armpits. Keep breathing. Okay, switch the clasp of the elbows. Keep going. Pressing into your heels more. Relax your neck and your jaw. Okay, good. Come back to center. Now take the arms straight out in front of you. Squeeze your hands towards each other. Draw the head of the arm bones back. So the humerus bone right here goes back. And then lift your arms up and over your head. Now lift up through the sides of the ribs. So all that space we just created there, lift up through there. Reach up through your fingertips. And then lower your hands down to your sides. Okay. Take one of your blocks and we're going to come down onto our knees. Let's see, I think I want you to hold the block this way. Okay. It's going to go here. Head of the arm bones back. So not in a rigid way, but just in a connected way. Then squeeze the elbows in and then take the elbows up and out and then squeeze them in and then up and out and draw the belly in as you do this. And so we're creating flexibility and stability in the shoulders here. Okay, so squeezing in and lifting up. Keep breathing, keep your neck relaxed as you do this. Keep your hands on the blocks. You'll see they're going to tend to want to pull away a little bit. And I want you to keep them there. Okay, good. Release that. Make the block skinnier now. Same thing. Keep breathing. Okay, beautiful. Now release that. Now you're going to lay down on your back and you're going to hold the block above your face, palms. So I'm holding it like the longest way between my hands. Okay, head on the floor. You can just have your knees bent, feet flat. You're going to draw your belly in and then push the block towards the sky. So your shoulder blades are going to widen in your upper back and the head of the arm bones will lift away from the floor. And then pull the block towards your chest. Keep your arms straight. Okay, and then push the block up and then pull it down. Keep squeezing the block, push it up. Keep your head on the floor and down. Relax your hips and push and back and push and back and push. Okay, one more. Okay, now slide the shoulder blades closer to each other. So you might have to kind of climb up a little bit, kind of tuck the shoulders under. Now draw the head of the arm bones back into the floor, squeeze the block, And then take your arms over your head now. Keep the head of the arm bones heavy. Keep your belly drawing in. Keep breathing and keep reaching. Press the back of the head into the floor until you get as far as you can go while you're still connected, still breathing. Keep pushing into the block. Good. And then slowly come back up. Very nice. And release and just close your eyes for a moment and just feel what you feel. Okay, now roll over onto your side and come up. Okay, so now you're going to take your 2 blocks. One block is going to go, so we're going to do cat-cow, like cat-cow position, hands and knees. And the blocks are going to be 1 block underneath your right shin, 1 block underneath your left hand. Okay, so they're going to be opposite. Now, if you have really sensitive bony joints, you can take a blanket on top of this block for a little bit of padding, okay? And then you're gonna come to your hands and knees. So it's an asymmetrical cat-cow, okay? So have your toes on the floor and then lift that left knee off the ground, extend the left leg out, point the toes, push the foot, the top of the foot down into the floor. So you push it down, that helps you engage your lower belly. Now stretch the right arm forward and breathe here. Okay, good. Release and just rest for a moment. Okay, so now lift up again and then extend the left leg straight back, right arm straight forward. And then you're going to draw the right elbow towards the left knee and then open back up and draw in and open and in and open. 2 more. Good. Release. Okay, now you're going to take this block that's underneath your knee and just push it off to the side for a moment. Left hand on the block, right hand on the floor, knees to the floor, or straight legs for plank. Okay, so you can do straight leg plank or knees plank. Find your breath here. Bend your elbows 90 degrees and then push back up. Again. Last one. Good. Release. Sit back on your heels. This asymmetrical stuff is really good for creating balance from, between the 2 sides of your body. So let's do the whole little sequence on the other side. So right hand on the block, left shin on the block. So come to your hands and knees. First, take the right leg back, point the toes, push it down, left arm forward, and breathe here. Okay, and then release that. Take a breath. Now come back up. Now lift the leg back, left arm forward, and then pull the elbow towards the knee. And then extend and draw in. Extend. Release that, move the block to the side. Okay, 3 push-ups. So either knees down or legs straight. You choose. Beautiful. Okay, both blocks to the side, down dog. Right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee. Grab the floor with your fingertips again. Squeeze your forearms towards each other. Push the sole of the right foot straight up as you anchor down through that left heel. Keep breathing here. Okay, let's switch sides. Left leg up, bend the left leg. Push the right heel down, push the sole of the left foot up, keep your hips even, and let breath open up inside of you. Breathe space into your joints. Good, release that. Now step the right foot forward between your hands. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, move both heels back, turn your right toes up. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, hips back, heels back. Good, do that again. Keep breathing. Okay, and then bend the knee, step back, down dog. Left foot forward and rock back and forth. Okay, and then down dog. Come down onto your knees, take your blocks to the front of your mat. These are going to be for your hands, okay? So you're going to grab your blocks. Down dog. Okay, lift your right leg to the sky. Now round your back, draw the knee forward, and then step the foot between the hands. So if you need to adjust your blocks, you can do that. Now hop the back foot in, maybe a few inches forward, so your back heel's on the floor. You can turn the toes out a little bit. Push into your heels. Draw your navel towards your spine, round your spine and fold forward. Crown of the head towards the ground. Keep breathing. Okay, now you're going to step on this right foot, lift your left leg, and then keep it straight if you can, and step it forward to meet the other foot. Okay, and then walk back down dog. Okay, left leg up, left foot draws in, left knee draws in, and then step the foot forward. Step the back foot forward, turn the heel in, toes out, and fold over that front leg and breathe. Okay, now lift your back heel, stand on the left leg. Keep the right leg straight if you can, and lift it off the floor as you pull it forward. And then fold. Okay, now step your feet back a little bit. So you can, let's all actually be on our blocks today, just to give ourselves more space. So you're gonna lift your right foot off the floor, kind of suck the thigh into the hip, and then touch your right wrist with your toes or the block. Now lift your left foot, touch the left wrist, and let's keep going. You can also touch the block if you can. If you're more tight, I want you to take the blocks up higher. You can look down or towards your legs. Really lean into your fingertips here. So this is teaching you about those muscles of engagement for your handstand. So this
Marnie,
is like,
quick question.
yes, please.
Yeah. On your armpits,
Yeah.
low down there, are they pushed up or kind of pressing down towards the floor when you're doing this?
Um, yeah, I'm sort of like rounding my upper back,
Okay.
and that will put your armpits where they need to go. So round your upper back. So I want you to take your sternum towards your back. Your sternum is your breastbone. Take it towards the back. Okay. Does that help?
It's harder.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Okay. Release everyone. Now step your left foot back into a lunge. Take your left knee to the floor and come up. Let's just open the front of that hip for a moment. So you can just bring your right hand to your right thigh, left hand to left hip. Just breathe here for a moment. Now, if you want, you can do a quad stretch as well. Good. Keep breathing. And then release. Hands to the blocks. Let's change sides. So we're basically now just opening all the muscles that we just strengthened. So you can stay here or do a little quad stretch. Keep breathing. Okay, and then release that. Hands to the blocks. Step back down dog. Grip the blocks with your fingers. Okay, so you're like really holding on to them. And then bend your knees. Draw the belly and the ribs towards the spine. And then hop forward. See how that goes. Okay, so you can keep your hands on your blocks if you'd like. Stand on your right leg. Lift the left leg to the sky. Spread your toes. Hug the shins towards the midline. Coil your navel back towards your spine. You can round your upper back. Now lift the right heel off the floor. Push down through the ball of the right foot. Keep squeezing your legs towards each other as you lift that left heel higher. Good, and then release. So that's like a handstand prep, okay? Right leg to the sky. Spread your toes, squeeze the shins in towards the midline. Lift that heel up. Push down as you push up. Pull your belly towards your spine. Keep breathing. And then release. Okay, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Okay, bend your knees, grab your blocks, stand up. Whoa, I just got really dizzy. Okay, put a block underneath an armpit and another block underneath. I know that you guys have always wanted to do this. You're always looking at the blocks. You're like, but what if I just put them in my armpits? Okay, so you're going to stay here for a moment and just like kind of release your neck and breathe into the block. So as you breathe, I want you to inhale, expand your lungs and your ribs into the blocks, lift up through the crown of your head. And you can kind of squeeze in. So squeeze the arms in to the blocks as you expand your ribs sideways. Close your eyes so you can really feel this. Okay, awesome. And then release that. Put the blocks down. Stand up, and I want you to just notice what you feel. Close your eyes. You see all that space that we just opened up. Okay, and then take your arms out and then up and over your head. Bring your palms together. Good. Stand up nice and tall. Expand that space that you just created in your body. And then keep that space as you reach the arms out and down. So good. Okay. Grab a strap. Okay. So look, I made a little loop. Okay. Little small loop. So this work is spiritual work here. Okay, you guys. For me, it is what we're doing. We're embodying. We're embodying. It's the spiritual practice of embodiment. Um, and so, look, you're going to take the loop around one of your feet. If you need help with a balance, I'll just like hold on to my bookcase here. You can hold on to something. So it goes around the top of your foot. And you're going to hold like a really long, it's going to be long, okay? Because this one's not about getting to your foot. This is about how much space can we create for ourselves. So you're going to stand on your left foot or whichever leg you're doing is fine, okay? We're going to do both sides. So squeeze your legs into the midline, draw your belly in. Now you're going to grab the top of the strap with your hands. Squeeze the elbows in a little bit, draw the head of the arm bones back. Tip forward. So you really have to activate that standing leg. Take this right leg or back leg straight back. Keep squeezing the elbows in. And then pull the hands away from the foot and the foot away from the hands. So it's kind of like Natarajasana, dancer's pose, or like a little bit of warrior three. Keep breathing here. Good, and then stand up. Let's change sides. So it's like a back bendy warrior three. Okay. Squeeze in so you track your own center. You can straighten the arms, do that. Arm bones back, tip forward. Good, and then come back up. And release. Make a bigger loop. Shoulder distance loop. Around your forearms. Like this. You're going to push out. Take the arms straight forward. Spread your fingers, root the arm bones back. Now lift your hands over your head. Now bend your knees. Now turn your palms back. And that can widen the collarbones. So the palms are like if you were to have your hands here, they'd be facing up. Lean back into your heels. Keep breathing. Good. And then press down. Come up. Whew. Okay, guys. I think it's time to get to the wall. So get to your wall. Move your mat to the wall or to your couch if you don't have a wall. I want you guys to be really aware of what you're doing with your body. Okay. So when we go upside down, you have to like really draw into your own center. Don't worry so much about what I'm doing. Just pay attention to where you are because I don't want you to fall and get hurt. Okay. So you got to like pull yourself together a little bit more. So let's start without the blocks and then we're going to do something with the blocks. So start on your hands and knees with your feet at the base of the wall. So your toes are going to be on the floor, okay? You're on your hands and knees, toes on the floor, feet touching the wall. Grip the ground with your fingertips, hug your forearms in, and draw your belly in. Now, lift your hips up, and then you can walk your feet up the wall to a 90-degree angle. And it's nice if you have your screen, you can look and see where your body is if you have a hard time feeling that. Anchor the arm bones into the back. Push into the ground, lift, expand, and breathe. Optional variation, take the right leg to the sky. And then try the other side. Go slow. It's going to want to go fast, so you slow it down. Okay, good. Now come down and just relax for a moment. My rug is slipping a little bit, so I'm going to put something on the edge of it. Okay. Now try this if you like. It's just an option, okay? So one block is going to go to the wall on the floor, and I'm doing it so it's this way, sideways. Put that on the floor. Next block is going to go long ways facing up. That goes on that bottom block. You're going to have to be aware if you have like a baseboard that it doesn't like wobble. So we're going to put our feet on this top block, and you'll see it'll feel a little precarious. So I want you to be really like conscious that you're also pushing into the wall. Okay, just take your time. So you're in charge of your, your safety here, okay? Because I'm not in the room with you, so I need you to be in charge of that. Okay, so curl your toes, lift your hips. Now you're going to take one foot to that top block and into the wall, and then take the other foot there. So you have both feet on the block, heels in the wall. Grip the floor with your hands. Squeeze your forearms in. Lift your hips up and breathe here. Now take one leg up the wall, push it into the wall and draw your belly in more. Lean more towards your fingertips. Keep breathing. Let's try the other side. Take that top foot, push it into the wall. Lean into your fingertips. Good. Release, come down. Okay. Chill for a moment. That's good. We're getting strong today. Move the blocks away. So I think of a handstand as like a functional movement. That's kind of the way I've been orienting my practice lately, you guys, is that like I'm really interested in like, you can stand up. I am really interested in being able to move my body in functional ways for the rest of my life. I'm not so interested anymore in like nailing fancy poses or doing flashy things. I'm really interested in like, how do I maintain my body's integrity for the rest of my life for as long as I can? And so the way that we're working together is always with that in the back. That's like one of my intentions for us. Okay. So handstand to me is a functional pose because, if you think about like lifting stuff up over your head, like our packages when we're going, flying on airplanes again, right? You put your bag up. So we're going to be the ones who can be like, I can help you, right? I'll put it up there. So handstand's good for that. So now you're going to face the wall, and I'm going to move my curtain a little bit. And you're going to place your hands. I have this little teeny sliver of wall here, shoulder distance apart, pretty close to the wall. Okay. I want you to lean forward so that your shoulders are above your wrists. So now push into your hands, round your upper back, draw your navel towards your spine, walk your feet in as close as you can, come onto your tippy toes. Lift your left leg to the sky. Just like we were doing in our standing split, you push down and lift up. Now bend your right knee. This left leg is going to go down, it's going to stay straight, and then you'll kick up, tracking your own center. Push into your fingertips, reach to the sky, hold for 5 breaths if you can. And if you can't get up, I want you to practice kicking. Practice that kicking the way I'm teaching you. Keeping that leg straight the whole time, okay? The top leg. And it's this with the spine, ribs back, okay? Because we're really like utilizing our core here. How'd it go, you guys? Any questions before we do the other side? Top leg straight. That's really important. So just like you're in that standing split. Yeah, nice, Walt, good. Okay. Okay, let's try the other side. So you push down, coil into your belly, and then you kick up. And then you can come down when you're ready. Okay, let's move away from the wall. Come back. Come back to where you were. Lay down on your belly. And we'll wait for everybody. So you can just get down to the floor, forehead on the hands. Breathe all this space that you created in your upper back and your shoulders and your chest. Okay, so now take your arms back by the sides, palms face the floor. Imagine that you had the blocks under your armpits again. So create that space there. And then lift the head of the arm bones, lift your head, lift your feet, lift your hands, and just breathe. Good, come down, relax. Now take the arms behind the back, interlock your fingers, lift up again. And then relax and rest. Okay, now take your right arm forward, grab your grab your right foot with your left hand if you can. If you can't, you can just reach back for it. And then left leg stays down. Lift everything else up. And breathe here. And then come down and switch sides. When you're ready, lift up. And relax. Okay, come back onto your knees. Please grab your block again, and you're going to sit on your heels if you can. And if you can't, you can sit up here. Okay, so let's see, how do I want you to do this? Hold your block. So we're going to take the block, so you're going to hold it like medium, and you're going to take it behind your head. I'm going to get my hair tie out of the way. And hold it with the palms of your hands. Squeeze your elbows in. Breathe that space underneath the armpits, and then root the head of the arm bones back. So the head of the arm bones go back. And now gently push your head into your hands. Into the block. Take your tailbone back. Turn the chest towards the sky. Expand breath through your whole spine. Relax your jaw and your eyes. And lift your elbows towards the sky. So you're creating space in your shoulders. Relax the root of your tongue. Good. And then come up. And then place that down. Okay. Back bending bench. One block and another block goes behind it. And you're going to lay back. Okay, so the bottom tips of the shoulder blades are going to go on this first block. And the second block is for your head. Some of you are going to turn the block up to the highest height. Okay, so if you're, just depends on your body, what you need. And then you can take your arms out to the sides. Close your eyes. Keep your knees bent for now. Relax your tongue, your jaw. Let your collarbones get wide. Relax the skin on the front of your armpits. Relax the skin on your face. Release your groins and release the heels into the earth more. Tune in to the invisible parts of you. All the things that you can't see, but you can feel. Now you can stay here for Shavasana, or you can lay down on your back now. And close your eyes. And just feel and breathe. If there's any last little poses that your body feels like it just needs, you can do that. You can take a few deeper breaths and then stretch your arms over your head and bend your left leg and then roll onto your right side and come up to a comfortable seat. And then again, bring your left hand to your heart and take your right hand to the earth. Feel your own heart beating. Feel yourself as a part of the earth. Feel your body as an expression of spirit and soul coming together in two opposite energies that meet right at the base of your own heart. Feel the way that your body is being breathed. And then hold this intention that you were holding for yourself this morning and let it move through the rest of your day. And know that you will forget and then you can just remember again. And so all the practices are meant to help us remember more easily. And then palms together in front of your heart and gently bow your head. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you.